Hi guys, let's look at how you can create a simple incidents reporting system using Microsoft Access database, and therefore we launch our system and then I'll go through a simple demonstration on what we shall be creating today. Therefore basically this is my system, and therefore I just launch how we start about it. We just start by registering. We shall first of all start by registering that is the reporter, and therefore just hit on this. Then you'll be in a position to capture new reporter here, and like for example you can just capture one guy, reporter name here. We have Abdi Hassan. Then the resident of this guy is Garissa County. Then the cell phone 07, that is 07. This is the cell phone of this guy. This guy is the reporter, and therefore you just refresh. And once you do that, this guy has been captured as reporter number 3 in our database, and therefore I just cross the form. Therefore, are you sure? Yes, I want to cross. Then once I go to this point, I go to incidents reporting system, and then I just go to incident entry, and therefore I just hit on add record. Then once I do that, I just go to date. I choose today's date. Today is on 14th January. Then I choose the reporter, Abdi Hassan. Then we have the code. He has been given code number 3. In the occurrence book, it will also be auto given. Then you just go to incident. Therefore you have various incidences that a person can report in police station. Like now this guy want to report about disturbance, and the officer on duty is Abdi Musa, and therefore you can also type the action taken. You can just say padding. Then the officer might also think that this guy was fought, or therefore there was some fighting, and therefore we still do the same guy, the same case is padding. Then we just we can from this point opt to view summary of all incidences reported. Therefore just hit this button here, and then you'll be in a position to actually get all the incidences. Therefore the incidences reported here. Therefore we have disturbance and fighting reported by Abdi Hassan so far, but still you can print this report one-on-one from there, and in case you have another reported, like here we have 3 reported. Therefore you also have murder case, and therefore you can just go to that one. This was reported by Joyce Kwambuka, report number 2, like that. Also we can go ahead. There is also fighting and another disturbance reported when 3 different officers were on duty, and also 3 different actions were taken. This was reported by Berinda, and therefore you can also see that report. Therefore basically this is a simple program, but very powerful. So guys, we can just go ahead and start the system. Therefore we just launch Microsoft Access. We launch Access. Then once we launch Microsoft Access, we shall be in a position to create our tables. Therefore basically just go to blank database here, then give it a name. Our database is police incidents reporting system. This we want to locate this database of ours on our desktop. Therefore we just click on OK, create. Then from there we need to create our tables. Go to create table design. Then from table design here we need to start by creating the report details. Therefore you have the report. You have the report number. This is auto number. Then you have the reporter name. This is text and the primary key. Then you can just go to residence. Then you also have the cell phone. We also have the reporter the reporter. Therefore, for the reporter, this is yes, no. Then, guys, after doing this, you save this. This is called reporter details. Then we go ahead, we cross all, go ahead, create table design. Again, we create the next table. The next table is officers. Therefore, we have officer number. This is auto number. Then, and also the primary key. The primary key. This is the officer number. Then we have the officer name. And then we have his photo. This is attachment. So this is attachment. Then we have rank of this guy. Therefore, for the rank, you can just go to lookup wizard. The lookup wizard here, you just choose air type, go to next. Then you can have inspector. You can have constable, and then you can have OCS. Then you can also have OCPD. That is the officer commanding police division and officer commanding police station. Then from there, this is officers. Like that. Then, guys, you go to the next table. Go to create design. You create the next table. The next table is incident entry. Therefore, you can just have the code. That is the code. The code is auto number and the primary key. Then you can have the incident date. This is date and time. Then you can have reporter name. You can just put one since we had reported. Then from here, guys, you just go to let's first of all save it. This is incidents entry. Then, guys, after doing that, you just go to down here, hit this name, go to lookup, change this one to combo. Then at the row source, just go to these three dots here. Then it will just launch the query grid. Therefore, you just go to reporter's details, cross this, you double click reporter name, you also double click reporter. Then down here, we just choose this one to be yes. We want that category, that condition to always produce those ones who have been picked as reporters. Therefore, I just cross that. Then I go to my Rust table. I just go to yes. I go to my Rust table, create table design. This one I'm going to create my Rust table. Then my Rust table is we can just have code. We just add E to avoid confusion with the other one. Just like I have added the one in the name. Then we have occurrence book number. Occurrence book. This is auto number and the primary key. Then we can have the incident. That is the incident type. The incidents type, and we can also have the officer in charge. The officer on duty. Therefore, the officer on duty, we shall use lookup wizard. Then I want the lookup wizard to get values from another table. And go to next. Then we are getting it from officers. Next. Then officer name. Next. Finish. Therefore, that way we have created a relationship. And this one is incidents details. Then after doing that, we have actions taken. This should be wrong text or memo in other fields. Therefore, you choose wrong text. Then save that. From there, guys, we can just go ahead and create one query. Therefore, we shall create the incidents query. So just go to create, then query design. From here, we have our tables. Therefore, we just drop our tables, all of them, like that. Just save this one as query one. We shall come back to it. Meanwhile, go to database tools, create relationships. In case you miss some tables, just right click, go to show tables, then make sure you indicate the tables that are missing. Incidence entry was missing, and also report details. Then from there we can create a relationship whereby we shall have the incident type, action taken. Here we shall have this code relating to this code, then enforce those ones. That is the relationship. Then we have the reporter here going to, that is the reporter there. That is one-to-many relationship, like that. Therefore, guys, that is our relationship. Then I just cross my relationship. Now go back to my query. Then now I drop my feeds on my query. We start with the incident date. Then we have reporter name. We have the incident type. We have the OB, the occurrence. Therefore, guys, we can just rename this one. Right click. You just type incident cases. Therefore, we rename our query to incident cases. Then from there, we can just go ahead now and create our various, forms. Therefore, we can just go to create. Just go to cross that one, go back to access, open our access. Then just want to refresh and open our system. Therefore, we enable this. Let's go to create now. We create our forms, form wizard. We want to first start by creating officer's form. Therefore, we just go to officer number, officer that way, and photo. Then the rank. Then just go to next, columnar, next, finish. Therefore, you have the officer's, that is the officer's form. Therefore, I have just imported the data from my previous form. Therefore, this is the officer's form. Just give it some data. That is some formatting, sorry. We just give it some formatting like that. You can also give some formatting like that. This is the officer's name. Just bring somewhere there. We bring the photo here and also make it big. The rank can be somewhere there. You can also change the color like that. This is the officer's entry, officer's details, details like that. Then you can also give this a bigger font like that. Then if I run it, this is what I have. This is the capture of the officer. Therefore, I can just say this is an inspector like that. This is OCS. This one is constable like that. Therefore, you just capture here an officer here. Then from there, we can just go ahead, go to create, then go to form wizard. Now we want to create the incident entry. Therefore, just choose the incident entry, go to next, finish. Therefore, this is what I have. Therefore, I just go to design. I just pull this down like that. Also pull this one. Then I need to bring, first of all, to format this one accordingly like that. Therefore, this one needed to be on that side. Also, this one needed to be on that side. Therefore, after doing that, I bring this table here, the incidence detail. This one, incidence detail, I pull it there. I want to make a sub form. If I just go to define mine here, choose code, also choose code. Next, finish. Therefore, I'm creating a sub form. You can watch my previous videos on how to create sub forms. Therefore, you do that. Then you can just pull this a bit that way. Also, this one, go to format like that. Also, reduce this size. Then you can just pull these ones towards that side. Also, reduce the size of this to be like the others. Yeah, like that. Then if I run, guys, this is what I have. I have imported data from my previous system. Therefore, this is what I have for the entries. If I just right click, can just add the new button. Just go to design, add the button here. Go to record operations, add new, next, text, finish. Therefore, this is the button for add new. You can also add button for cross. Just draw the button for cross here. We just go to form operations, cross form, next, text, finish. Therefore, this is the button for cross. That way, those are the buttons I need there. Then I can also go ahead and now create two reports that will be displayed here. If I just go to design view, then first of all, just go to create, then report wizard. Here, I need to create a report from the query. Therefore, my query is incidents query, and therefore I take everything to my right hand side. Next, next, just go to next, next. Here, you can choose blocked, next. Then you can just choose landscape, next, finish. Let's see what we have. Therefore, this is what we have. Just create another one. This one is not very attractive, just delete it. Therefore, I go again, create report wizard, send whatever you want. I want the OB number to start, the incident type, incident date, the reporter, and the action taken. Then just go to next, 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 next. Here I just choose the way it is, next, finish. Therefore, this is what I have. Therefore, I just needed to go to design view and edit this one a bit. Therefore, I just need to edit this one. This is the occurrence book, OB book. Action taken. This the date is not visible. If it can just be like that, then the action taken can just be that way. Therefore, I bring the reporter name here, the reporter name, and also the incident date. This is the incident date up here. Then from there, these ones can be, now the action taken can be somewhere there, like that. Incident type. This one, incident type. Therefore, you can edit this one. You can also add a label here, and then type your text, like incident there. Then just go to format and increase the font size, like that. Therefore, your report can be like that. Then we close the report. Then, if I go to this one, I want to add the buttons here. Therefore, I just pull on the form footer. Then I go to design. I like using the toggle button. Therefore, I can just draw a toggle button there, and then type view reports or view reported cases, like that. This is my toggle button, like that. So after doing that, I can just increase the font size. I can just put that one 18. Then I want now to link this form with this button. So what I need to do is to click on this button, go to design, go to properties, then I go to event. On the event, on click event here, I just hit the 3 dots, then go to macro builder, I click on OK. Then here, I just type open report. Then I choose my report. I want to use incident entry. So I just save that one and close. There we go. Therefore, after doing that one, if now I run my system like that, here, let me just go back. I need to see this one is supposed to be, put it on the wrong place. It should be on the form footer here. So for that, if I can just cut it and then paste it here. It is supposed to be there. Good. So that if I click on it, you see, now it goes directly to the current opened database. Therefore, that's how now that one goes. And therefore, from here, you can just come and add an officer. And then once you do that, you can be in a position now to choose. Like, for example, if I click on add new, I can now be in a position to first of all, I need to add the reporter, of which we have not created the form. For that case, therefore, just go to create a form wizard. We create for the reporter details, send to the right, next, next, finish. If I can have reporters details here, therefore I can just hit on this add new. I need to add a new reporter. Abdi Karim Mohammed. Then residence Nairobi, then cell phone, and just have his cell phone, then he's a reporter, and then I just refresh. So now when I go to incidents entry here, guys, click on add new. I just go to this date, 14th. Then now I can see Abdi Karim Mohammed. So now I can be in a position to, he has been given code number 4. Therefore, he won't just to report about fighting. Therefore, I can now be in a position now to get the officers on duty. You see now, I can be in a position to work with my system accordingly. The action taken to court. For example, that one is the action that was taken for those incidences. That way. Therefore, after doing that, if now I just hit on view reports, you see now this guy here will pop up here. Only that I need to add this one, the size of this, like that. Therefore, you see now the whole name of this guy will pop up like that. And therefore, guys, remember you can download a copy of these two databases from my website. The URL or my website address is just below this video. You can also get more links below this video on how to create other system from scratch that I have done previously. Remember to subscribe for me if you haven't done that. Also share these videos with your friend. Guys, thank you very much for watching. See you in my next sessions.